We're going to be the only two people who have opinions on Broadwalk that are actually based in fact. Everyone else is
until you
opinions on
tell
Broadwalk.
the Red Bank Greeners about it.
And everyone else in town's opinions on Broadwalk are based on what?
Feeling.
Emotions. We're going to have real data, scientifically, unscientifically collected data. All right. What time? What's the clock?
Red Bank's Broadwalk. Don't you just love it?
It just fills my heart with so much happiness to hear that community space is being used properly.
Red Bank's Broadwalk. Don't you just hate it?
It doesn't make any sense because it's screwing up the traffic. The traffic now backs up into Fairhaven. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the seasonal closure of this section of Broad Street in downtown Red Bank is a topic that has a lot of strong opinions on both sides. And a lot of the criticism comes down to one issue, people thinking it creates a traffic nightmare. But does Broadwalk actually make traffic worse around Red Bank? Nobody seems to have actually really tested this. So we at Red Bank Green decided to get in the van and do it ourselves.
Start the timer?
Yep.
All right, timer's going.
Timekeeper Tommy and I tested 4 routes, 2 that travel along ancillary roads to see how closing Broad Street affects traffic on them, and 2 routes for which drivers would normally use Broad, but now have to find a detour. We drove all 4 routes at 4 p.m. on the Friday in May before Broadwalk began, and then again at 4 p.m. on Friday, June 13th with Broadwalk in effect. Route number 1, from Food Town to Riverview Medical Center via Maple Ave and Front Street.
And the hypothetical scenario that we're imagining here is that you ate 17 pieces of Food Town's incredibly delicious fried chicken. And now you got to get to Riverview to get your stomach pumped.
We're in a lot of trouble.
All right, start the timer.
In May, with Broad Street open, this route from Food Town to the hospital driveway took 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
This would be if you did eat 17 pieces of fried chicken and you were at this light right now. in vain, needing to get your stomach pumped. You would be screaming.
The second time, yeah, there were some slowdowns.
Oh, Broadwalk's in trouble. Big trouble for Broadwalk here. We got to beat 742.
Got no shot.
We're at 340.
Not even to Front Street yet. Not even to White Street yet.
Oh, I got a couple making out in the car in front of us.
We do?
What is going on over here?
I think there's a Padre walking on the right.
He's going to get this dry cleaning. Look at that. And we're turning on the West Front. What time are we at?
4:45. We have a chance.
4:45. Broadwalk has a chance. Look at.
This is good.
But look at the traffic going west on front.
Yes.
Yo, that's a nightmare.
Yes, it is.
We're
We're
at
at 5:30.
No. Faster with Broadwalk closed.
We're not there yet. We got to turn in.
But surprisingly, we got to Riverview's driveway in less time than it took us before Broadwalk.
6:11.
Wow.
A minute.
West Front was beautiful.
A minute 30. A minute 30 faster with Broad closed.
How do you think people are going to claim bias on our first one? It's rigged.
Now it's time to test our second route, starting at Welsh Farms on East Front Street.
And our second ridiculous hypothetical scenario is that you were drinking at the Globe all day.
Sure.
You came over here to Welsh Farms.
Someone does.
And your buddy bet you to take nitro hot Taki crumbs and rub them all over your face and body.
Sure.
At a drunken dare.
And you're in a lot of pain.
You're in a lot of pain.
What are you going to do?
You need to get. You need for some because you're drunk and you're not thinking straight. You need to get to Swimming River Park and jump off the dock and get all the stuff off your body because you're in pain.
We're looking at the water.
But you're drunk, so you're not thinking straight. So you need. All right. So from Welsh Farms to Swimming River Park, across the Hubbard's Bridge.
Back in May, with Broad Street open, this route took us 9 minutes and 1 second. Given the shocking results on the first route, we were keenly aware of the high stakes of our venture.
You miss a light, you make a light or miss a light, it's gonna have broad Red Bank public policy implications.
No, we're solving this today.
Because the future of Broadwalk is definitely going to hinge on our test.
Absolutely rigging.
I shouldn't let that guy go.
Now you're rigging it. You're rigging it against Broadwalk.
This time, thanks to heavy westbound traffic on Front Street, the results weren't so good for Broadwalk backers.
But yeah, the Takis.
The Takis are burning my
You gotta
skin.
get in that water. We passed.
We did.
9:03.
Oh, it's already. Look at this. Broadwalk equals traffic disaster.
Traffic disaster.
With Broadwalk in effect, the trip took us 2 minutes and 55 seconds longer.
11:56. Close to 3 minutes.
Close to 3 minutes longer.
Route number 3, Swimming River Park to the east side parking lots on Wallace Street.
Now you're going out to eat.
And you're parking like a true red banker, I think.
Yeah.
You know the best place to park is the east side lots.
Yeah. You know your stuff. You're not an out-of-towner who only thinks that the White Street parking lot is the only parking.
Now this is a route where Broadwalk causes a detour. When we did it in May, we went from Front to Broad to Wallace. This time we're taking Front to Pearl Street and White Street, Broad Street, Wallace Street.
We kept going straight here.
Yep.
And made the right onto Broad. We need to make the right here, right?
Yep, we need to make the right here.
And with Broadwalk in effect, it took 9 minutes and 36 seconds. 2 minutes and 23 seconds longer.
9:36, so a little over 2 minutes worse.
Yeah, sorry to all you River Plaza residents. Looks like Broadwalk takes 2 minutes off your life every time you go to Char. Fourth and final route was one we heard local residents complain about quite a bit on Facebook, a hypothetical run from the east side.
Washington Street to Chipotle.
Yeah.
And why are we doing this? Did we have a hypothetical?
I don't remember beyond us.
We just want a burrito.
Chipotle.
We just need a
Why would you
burrito.
want a burrito?
We need a burrito. All right. Ready? Start it.
We're going.
All right, last route.
6:36 to be.
636 Washington Street to Chipotle.
And with Broad Street closed, we had to skip the Mechanic to Broad route and go Canal to Broad to White.
So we're not changing the White Street part. We're changing how we get there.
Right.
Broadwalk is blocking the route from the east side.
But another surprise, this time with Broad Street closed, the trip was 5 minutes and 19 seconds, a full 1 minute and 20 seconds shorter.
There you have it.
Well, that's fascinating. Two routes were slower
Yep.
with Broad being closed.
Yep. Two were actually quicker. We
Two
assumed
were quicker. Stunning.
very scientific.
Stunning revelations. You did the math. It's like 7% more driving time?
It's about 7%.
Adding off the four
over
routes.
the 4 routes, yes. 2 of which were shorter, and 2 of which were longer.
Very unscientific.
Very unscientific.
But
And possibly wrong math.
pretty. Well, we've eaten 17 pieces of chicken. We've gotten drunk. We've rubbed Taki crumbs all over our body. And then we went back to Chipotle to eat more.
Sure.
So some of
You
our
gotta forgive our math.
data could be a little bit off. All right, there you have it.
There you have it.
Keep arguing.